first, don't make excuses for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to find excuses. Either, oh, I don't got no energy. Oh, I'm tired. Don't fall into those excuses. You know what I mean? Put in the work, get what you need done, push yourself to get up and do the things you need to do to get where you need to go. And also, dreams are not dreams no more. Dreams are real. All you got to do is put the work in to put the pieces together to make those things, come to fruition. So put that work in.
1, 2, yeah. Come on. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yes, sir, you are tuned in. This is for the SB1200, ASR 10s and NPC heroes. This is for the crate digging, loop getting, sound manipulators, the Fruity Loop reasoning machine innovators that pump the bass and frequently freak the kick in a stand till it slaps in your speakers. The sound providers that make sure the song is tight. Shout out to the producers, Beats Grinding Live. Shout out to the producers, Beats Grinding Life.
Welcome to the Beats Grinding Life podcast with your host, Siren, a weekly interview podcast with inspiring music producers, where every week you will learn from a different music producer how to potentially take your music career to the next level.
Today's episode of Beats Grinding Life is brought to you by Audible. Get a free audio download and 30-day free trial at beatsbooks.com. Over 180,000 titles to choose from on your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. Some recommended readings by past Beats Grinding Life guests like 48 Laws of Power, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, The Secret, Tools of Titans, and The Song Machine are all available with Audible. Once again, go to beatsbooks.com to get your free book. What's up, Beat Grinders? This is another episode of Beats Grinding Life. I'm your host, Siren Beats, and with us today we have Grand. Grand is an assuring producer whose career is on the upswing. The Brooklyn, New York representative is a member of the talented Bounce Gvng, a squad that we are very familiar with here on Beats Grinding Life. He has displayed his skills by becoming a multi-beat battle winner. Grand has recently picked up some major victories, like a placement with XXL for their 2019 Freshman Cypher with YBN Cordae and Blueface. Right now you can check out his newly released beat tape entitled The Rebel. Yo, Graham, what's up, my man?
What's going on? What's up? What's up, Beats Grind? What's up?
How you doing, bro?
Man, I'm doing very good. Feeling very relaxed.
That's dope, man. That's dope. Well, I'm glad to have you up on the show, man. I mean, I had some people tell me, they was like, man, have you heard that freestyle with YBN Cordae? And, it's just bubbling. A lot of people talking about it. And then, the homie Will Caskey hit me up and was like, bro, you gotta interview Graham, man. He just did that beat for the Freshman Cypher. And I was like, oh, that's oh boy, okay. So I had to get you up on here, man.
Yeah, man. Glad to be here, man. For real.
No doubt, man. Well, glad to have you up on here, man. How we always start Beats Grinding Life is we always have the producer tell the beat grinders something about yourself that we would never, ever guess about you, man. So what do you have that you can tell us that we would never know?
Oh, man. That you would never tell.
Not that you would never tell, just something that you would never know. I mean, that we would never know by just, by just listening to your music or whatever. Or maybe following you on social media, just something that, some small minor detail about you.
Oh, yeah, I'm an aspiring bodybuilder, which I have been for a while now. But, I haven't been focusing too much on that because my main focus is this music, but I'm an aspiring bodybuilder. I'm so big on fitness, and I watch bodybuilders every day, all day on YouTube. I'm like a fanatic about it, so.
That's what's up, man. That is definitely what's up, man. I mean, it takes a lot of effort. I mean, you said you haven't really been on it here lately, but I mean, that's a grind in itself that takes a lot of time. I mean, especially if you're, meal prepping and all that stuff takes time, and that does take away from making beats. Yep. Trust me, I know myself. I'm a gym fanatic, gym addict. you know, I love getting in there and I love making music as well. And, you know, but you only got 24 hours in the day. So,
that's a fact.
For sure, man.
That's a fact.
All right, man. Well, we always start off with origin stories, man. And I want to know from you, man, what made you get into this music thing? What made you get into music production?
It was basically my curiosity, man. When I was 13, well, first of all, my mom, you know, my dad, they never really wanted me listening to hip hop. So I was curious about that. And I found Ninth Wonder. And I wanted to know how he did it, how he made those beats, where did he get his snares, where did the singing come from? I didn't even know what sampling was. I was just like, what is he doing and how is he doing it? And I want to know. And that's what really made me get into it.
Damn, that's what's up, man. I mean, I would have never guessed that. You know, like I told you before, I just listened to your beat tape, The Rebel, Beat Grinders. If you guys definitely have to go check that out. It's on some next level stuff. Like I was telling Gran here, it's very different from anything that I heard. But I would have never guessed Ninth Wonder, bro, that he was a major influence on you.
That's a fact. Super bit, and still is, bro. Still is.
That's what's up, man. Okay. So your parents, they wouldn't really let you listen to hip hop, but you said, F it, I gotta listen anyway. And then you got into music production because of Ninth Wonder. So when you did get into music production, what did you start off with? What piece of equipment or what software did you start off with?
I had a desktop, a Windows XP desktop, man. One of those big back computers.
Okay.
And I had the FL Studios demo.
Damn.
It was called Fruity Loops then. Fruity Loops demo, and I had that for years.
So you really did follow in Nine's footsteps. I mean, you
yeah, exactly. I found out exactly what he used, and I was following him. I wanted to know how he did it. Right. So that's why I picked up FL Studios.
That's what's up. Was it? Did you find it kind of easy to make beats like that, or or first off, did you sample on there like Ninth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, that was and that's all I used to do, bro. Like when I first started, nothing but samples. I never would dabble into making anything from scratch, just straight samples. I wanted to know how he did it.
Right.
And yeah, I found it pretty easy. You know, I caught on pretty quickly, and I feel like that's just the talent in me. I guess I was just like musical anyway, but I am musical. Father played music, mother's musical, so
okay,
it's just in me, I guess.
Yeah, definitely musically inclined, man. That's what's up right there. So where did you get most of your material to sample? Was it like CDs, or was it like your mom and dad's records, or what or was it YouTube, or what were you sampling from?
So CDs and YouTube. You know what I mean? So, your parents got all kind of old stuff sitting around. So CDs and YouTube. My mom had a bunch of CDs. My father had a bunch of CDs. You know, all those 70s, 80s R&B hits and stuff like that.
That's what's up.
YouTube as well. YouTube is where I did a lot of digging for all that rare stuff that I never heard before. So
that's what's up, man. That's dope right there. That's dope. Kind of similar story to me. My dad had a bunch of records that he left me. So I mean, I had just digging material for months and months. So yeah. Okay, man. Well, we know about Ninth Wonder. We know how much he inspired you and how he sparked your creative your music career. But who else kind of did that for you? Who else made you want to produce? Who else made you want to take it to another level when you heard their music?
Woo! All right. I love this list right here. Just Blaze.
Yeah, nice.
Just Blaze, my man. You know Ninth Wonder. Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre influenced me a little later when I heard his engineering. Oh man, snares are snapping. So those three guys right there. Oh, Kanye West too.
Nice.
Kanye West, I just love his just different. He just doesn't want to do. He doesn't stick to the mold.
Right.
So I love those four guys right there.
Okay. That's what's up. One thing I found interesting is you said Dr. Dre when you heard his engineering. You didn't say like when you heard his beats or anything like from a beat making perspective, but more from an engineering perspective. That's something that we don't really hear a lot on Beats Grinding Life. That's dope right there, man.
Yeah, thanks, bro.
Yeah. Okay, man. Well, here on Beats Grinding Life, man, hey, we're having a great time on here, man. I mean, we've had a couple laughs, and you know, I got you smiling and everything. But we're about. I'm gonna wipe that smile away right now, man. Right now, I'm gonna make you tuck your tail, and hopefully, I can make you cry. I've always wanted to make a producer cry on this show. It hasn't happened yet. Hopefully, we can do it today. But I want you to tell me a major setback or a failure that you've had in your career. That you've been able to overcome and bounce back from, because there's beat grinders listening today that are going through some shit, you know, and maybe a story from you can help them overcome that, or just, you know, see the light and try to dig their way out of their setback.
So I'm gonna move away. Like, it's gonna be part music, part, like, you know, other stuff. I joined the military.
Okay.
And it's supposed to be 2.5, 3 months for basic training. I almost broke my leg.
Ooh.
And I ended up being in training for 6 months.
Oh.
So I have, you know, I'm married right now, but I was with my wife. I was working with a local film group, and I missed the premiere for that. You know, I was dying to get back to my music, and, you know, all that stuff was happening. When I finally got back, I wanted to get back to the beats, but it was so hard I was not motivated to do it at all. I felt like I was so deprived from it. Like I wouldn't, you know, like I wouldn't be able to get back into it. And then I sat down, you know, for days, just trying to get something in. And I felt like giving up, you know what I mean? But it's that consistency and not giving up, and that will to keep pushing through. Right. And by, you know, continuing to do that, I was able to find new ways to do things and you know, and hear my sound develop as I was sitting down. Even though I wasn't completing anything, it was that constant practice, you know, getting back into the groove of things, and then seeing how much I improved. It just allowed me to keep going, and I was like, no, I'm back in. I'm going to do this.
That's dope, man. Wow.
Yeah.
That's dope. I mean, because, you know, you had that setback, and you were able to gain something. You were able to accomplish something out of that. Like you said, you found different ways and new ways to create. And then just your persistence, you know, that's one thing that I admire from you, is just your persistence, your will to just sit down, and no matter how things were turning out, you just kept churning, kept going with it, kept going with it until you finally, you know, reached the type of music that you wanted, you know. And so it's hard, man, when you try to get back into it, and you're trying to make music, and you're not able to complete ideas, you're not able to complete beats, and shit's not sounding right, and, you know, it's easy to say fuck it, but you didn't, man. You kept going, and man, and now look at you, man. Now look at the things that you're accomplishing. So that's a great story right there, man. And I love it. Beat grinders, if you guys are going through the same thing and you've had to take a break and you're trying to get back into it and you can't for whatever reason, keep going, man. Grant just told you what he did, and I want you guys to follow his example. I'm gonna do the same thing, as I'm trying to get back into it myself. So thanks a lot, Grant, for that.
No problem, man. No problem.
All right, man. Well, the only problem that I had is that you didn't cry. That's all right. I just got to make the next guest cry. I'll work on the next one. That's okay. but all right, man. Well, we're about to do a complete 180, because now I want you to tell me the greatest moment that you've had in your career thus far.
Man, XXL magazine placement with the XXL Freshman Cypher for YBN Cordae and Blueface. Oh man!
How'd I know?
Oh man!
Man, well, how did explain to us? How did that all come about, man? Tell us the story, because we love stories on here.
So, being in Bounce Gvng, we're very tight with I Standard. Everybody in Bounce Gvng is very tight with I Standard. I don't know if you guys know what I Standard is. Yeah. So we have opportunities that come through the heads there, nice. And those things will go to the top producers that have been in I Standards. So I was one of those people who got that message as one of those top producers, and it was an opportunity, and I wasn't ready for it. It was a short time turnaround, but I went through the beats and I picked something. Nice. Looking at the list of the freshman class, what I picked didn't fit the majority of that list, but I still went with it anyway and said, I got to do me. I'm not going to conform to anything. I got to put myself out there, not something that's not me.
That's not authentically you.
Exactly. And they ended up picking it. So look at that.
Wow, man. That's awesome right there, man. That's dope. You didn't overthink it. You know, you didn't say I got to make something for this guy or that guy or whatever, man. You just went along with who you are, you know, representing you. So that's dope right there, man. Well, congratulations. Giving you a standing ovation right now, man. You know, that's a great accomplishment, man, and hopefully many more to come. So that's
they will be.
Yes.
I will not stop.
For sure, man. All right, man. Well, you know, here on Beats Grinding Life, man, we're all trying to find greatness, you know, and what you do in a day sets you up for greatness. Your future begins with today. So I want to know, man, what do you do in a typical day that sets you up for greatness? So that way, maybe we can take something from what you're doing and maybe apply it to our daily schedule.
All right, so here's what a day looks like. I wake up. I got my whiteboard right behind my computer.
Nice.
On my whiteboard, I have artists that I'm currently working with, things that I need to complete with them. If I need to get them 2 more beats or whatever. I got my social media in the middle of my bulletin board. Dope. And that's telling me, you know, I'm making sure that I post every day, which I've been slacking on, and things like that. And then on the right side, I have things that I'm gonna put my foot forward in, and you know, things that I want to do, you know, pursue another beat tape or website, whatever, you know. So I always evaluate that thing every morning, and I make sure I focus in on what's priority there.
Nice.
And then another thing I also do during the day is look down my social media and engage with people and see what's going on, what events that I can get into, and you know, vibe with the people. It's not, you know, not all the time do I need to perform or anything, but you know, vibe with the people, connect with people, build relationships, man, you know. So that's a typical day. And then also making beats, engineering, perfecting my beats, you know. Recording other people. I record other artists. I go to other artists' house and vibe with them, you know.
Okay.
Nothing but music.
That's dope, man. That's dope. Wow. Well, where do I start from? There's a lot of stuff that you said that I wanted to get to. First off, the whiteboard. You know, you have a whiteboard that you're consistently looking at on the daily. How important is that whiteboard? Maybe there's some producers that don't even know, you know, that they should be planning their stuff out. Can you just talk about the importance of that?
Yeah, that's something that I've very recently been doing, and it has helped a lot because, you know, there's a lot of talking going on. We do a lot of talking. We're going to do this and we're going to do that, you know. You know, to have it physically in front of you and you reevaluating it and looking at it, it keeps you on track with the things that you're doing and keeps things in your mind, especially if you forget things. And I feel like those things are important, you know what I mean? Especially when you got so much going on as a producer, you know, an artist and all this kind of stuff. It keeps you really on track of things and keeps you focused. You know, I feel like sometimes we just get a little too sucked in with like just sitting there creating beats, but there's not going towards anything. You know what I'm saying? We're just creating beats, you know. So to have goals and things that they're going towards, the whiteboard is perfect for that. That's
dope, man. That's dope. Thank you for that. Well, I mean, you pretty much just said, you know, your whole day is just music. But I want to know from you, because you did say that you work out, and I want to know, how do you fit in your workouts into your day? And then also you said that you're married, so how do you fit that time in with your wife with all that as well?
Woo! It's a tight schedule. Yeah. It's a tight schedule. I haven't been to the gym in about 2 weeks, or how about since the XXL thing? Okay. I've been really working hard on 100% focus on the music, right? But before that, it was before I lost my dang job. I don't care about it either. This is my job.
Yeah, right.
But, it was work. Right after work, I'll get out at 3:30, go straight to the gym. The wife probably gets home at like 4:30 or whatever. I'll go right home, meet her, spend a little time with her, probably around like 6. It's not a tight schedule. I'll sit down at my computer and figure out what I need to do, and
Nice. Well, man, thank you for sharing that, man. I mean, I know I'm digging in a little personal here, but just want to know different perspectives, because there's different people that listen to the show that have all kind of things going on in their life. You know what I'm saying? And just maybe you can tell us something that can help them or help me as well. So thank you, man. Really appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, man. Well, this next portion is called In the Studio. I can only see a portion of your studio. I can't see the whole thing. The beat grinders listening, we can't see your studio. We would love to be in your studio. Oh, here we go. Damn.
Where we at?
Wow.
Where we at? Studio.
That's what's up.
Hey.
Got the fan in there. Nice. Damn. That's a nice studio.
Yeah, man. This is actually, it's not mine, but I'm allowed to come here at any point in time for free.
That's dope.
So this is mainly where I'm at. This is mainly where I'm in the zone, engineering and all that kind of stuff.
That's a luxury right there, man. Well, like I said, this portion is called In the Studio, where we're gonna find out what you do there in the studio, how you do it, and what you do it with. So you ready?
Yeah.
All right, man. I want to know, when you first start making beats, what rituals do you have? Do you like to light up? Do you like to turn on the lights? Do you like to drink coffee? Have a drink? What do you do?
If it's daytime, I like to open the shades. If it's nighttime, I want all the lights off.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that answer. That's what's up. All right, man. What's a not so secret weapon you got in the studio?
I got an iPod dock that I sound check everything on, and I can trust it 100%.
Nice. All right, man. So what else is in your studio? Let me know what's all in your arsenal. Yeah, what's in your toolbox?
So I got MacBook Pro, of course, Logic Pro X. That's my baby right there. I also use Machine.
Okay.
Love Machine because the sounds are huge. I love those big sounds in there. Yeah, and that's really it, man. I don't go too much far. Oh, and if I go outside for any drums and kicks and all that, always Cardiac drum kits. Nice. I don't go nowhere else for kicks or anything.
Okay, Cardiac is he's legendary right now, man.
Yeah.
So I don't blame you for that at all. So do you make beats within Logic Pro X, or do you make beats in Machine and then move everything over to Logic to mix?
I make beats in Logic Pro.
Okay, and then you use Machine as a plugin.
No, Machine, I like to use it separately. Like there's sometimes I would make beats in Machine, but if I make a beat in Machine, I would move the beat to Logic.
Gotcha.
Because I'm very comfortable on mixing in Logic.
Gotcha.
So Logic is really my main station. If I do anything in Machine, I'm bringing it over there.
Okay, for sure. That's what's up. Beat Grinders, if there's anything that Grand mentioned that perked you guys' interest, I will provide links for all of that on beatsgrindinglife.com under Grand show notes. All right, man. This next portion is called In the Mix. We're going to speed things up just a little bit. I'm going to ask you some quick questions. You give me quick responses, but if you need to take your time, much appreciated. So I want to know, man, do you prefer making beats with or without samples?
Without.
Okay. Oh, interesting, because you started off making beats with samples inspired by Ninth Wonder. Now you switched over.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
What's your opinion on selling and leasing beats online?
I think it's a very good idea. Everyone should look into that.
Nice.
Because there's a lot of business into that, and everyone could learn from that.
A plugin that every producer should have in their arsenal.
Stereo spread. That's an imaging plugin. Widen those beats up. You don't need no narrow beats.
For sure. All right. A book that you think every producer should read. And it doesn't have to be about music, but it can.
What's this book I was just reading, man? A Religion of One's Own, I think it is. That's a very good book, man.
Okay.
Very good book.
A Religion of One's Own. All right.
Yeah.
Well, Beat Grinders, you guys be sure to check that out. I'll have a link on beatsgrindsandlife.com. If you can't get it there, be sure to go to beatsbooks.com and go pick that joint up audio version for free. So,
hey.
All right. Is there an internet resource that you use that you think every producer could benefit from? And when I say internet resource, I mean maybe like a website like Who Sampled or a mobile app like Google Calendar.
I feel like I utilize my notepad a lot. You know what I mean? I put a lot of stuff in there when I want to like keep a lot of like business things in there. I go back to it and look. I don't really use the calendar too much, but the notepad I feel like everyone should use. It's really good for if you go to like seminars, you know, or anything like that. Put those notes in, type them in. Anything that you can soak up, you put it in there. Anything somebody tells you that you learn, put it in there. That's
dope, man. That's dope. It almost goes back to the whiteboard, just taking your thoughts and writing them down. So that's what's up. All right, man. All right, man. Well, we already talked about this, but I'm just going to ask you again. I think this is your first placement, right? Tell us, what was your first placement and describe the feeling. What was it, the XXL?
It was the XXL. That was my first placement.
That's dope. Okay.
And the feeling was nuts. I remember seeing the message on my phone, and I got it from the seat next to my wife, walked around the couch twice, and bent over and was just like, wow. Wow.
That's what's up, man. Sounds like a great feeling, a feeling that Beat Grinders, I hope you guys get to feel one day if you haven't got that first placement yet. So, all right, what's your favorite song that you've ever produced?
Favorite song I ever produced, it was called Truth. It's by my best friend, known him for 7 years. His name is Ashanti Davis Ill.
Okay.
The beat is just a big beat. The beat actually has been in the works for 6 years.
Wow.
And the song in general has been in the works for 6 years, and I just believe it's a masterpiece.
Where can we hear this?
You can hear it on SoundCloud. I have it on my SoundCloud, soundcloud.com//GrandBK.
Okay.
It's right on there. It's called Truth.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna check it out. Beat Grinders, you guys make sure to go check that out as soon as you get off of this podcast, or you guys can pause this podcast right now, go check it out, and come right back.
Hey.
All right. And subscribe while you're at it. Subscribe to Grand SoundCloud while you're at it.
Hey.
All right, man. Well, I want to know, what's an album that you recommend every producer listen to, and why?
Kendrick Lamar, To Pimp a Butterfly.
Nice. Why do you recommend that one?
To me, that album was very artistic. Everything had a point. Everything linked together. There was, a lot of songs I hear nowadays, like the topic is just all over the place. Who knows what they're trying to talk about, what they're getting at.
Right.
That album was strategic. It was surgical. I love, and it was artistic. And Kendrick Lamar is dope.
Yeah.
So,
man, I agree. I agree with all that. One of my favorite albums of all time. So
it's crazy. All
right, Beat Grinders, you guys definitely go check that out if you haven't heard it. I'll provide the link on beatsgrindandlife.com under Grand Show Notes. All right, man. Well, I want you to imagine that I took you up to Mount Rushmore. We took all the faces off of Mount Rushmore. There's no more presidents up there. I'm going to give you a pick, and I'm going to give you a hammer, and I'm going to have you chisel in 4 faces of producers. What producers are going up on Mount Rushmore?
We're putting Just Blaze up there.
Nice.
Just Blaze, King. We're going to put Amadeus up there.
I've never
personally, you never heard Amadeus?
No,
he produced.
I heard of him. I know who he is. I've never heard anyone mention his name for this question, though.
Oh, yeah.
That's dope.
Met him personally. He's just a great guy, man. He's just very awesome to talk to, and he's a hit maker.
Right.
So, Just Blaze, Amadeus. We're gonna throw. Let's throw Ninth Wonder up there. He needs to be up there. And then we need to throw Vinny Idol up there.
Wow. Vinny
He's
Idol.
the reason why I wanted to battle.
Vinny Idol.
Man, you gotta check him out, man. This dude, he got some old videos on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
The beats he has on that YouTube, those old videos, just nuts.
Wow.
Just ridiculous. He made me want to battle.
Okay, I got some homework. Okay, I'm gonna check him out as soon as I get off of here. That's what's up. So we got for your Mount Rushmore, we got Vinny Idol, we got Just Blaze, we got Ninth Wonder, and we got Amadeus. That's tight right there. I'm loving that, man.
Yeah.
Loving that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, I want you to imagine again. We're just in this imaginative mode, man, getting the creative juices flowing. I want you to imagine that you just woke up from a bomb-ass dream, and in that dream, you got the perfect studio session. The perfect studio session have one artist of your choice, one co-producer to go along with yourself, one engineer, and one random person. Who are those 4 people going to be that make up your dream studio session?
Kendrick Lamar.
Okay, I'm liking this.
For the engineer, we gonna have. I want 40.
Okay.
Yeah, and I need one producer, right?
Yep, to go along with yourself. Co-produce with you.
Give me Just Blaze, man. That's my man. Yeah.
Okay. Then who's the random person?
Random person. That's a very good question. I'm gonna have to bring my Bounce Gvng partner, Double A, with me.
Nice.
If you listening, I need you.
Double A, what's up? Shout out to Double A, past Beach Grinding Life guest. That's what's up right there. Okay, well, we got Kendrick, we got Double A, we got Just Blaze, and we got 40. Yep. Wow, that's dope. That's dope right there, man. Especially from hearing your music, from what I heard earlier, to go along with Just Blaze, man, I just have no doubt that would be straight up fire. And so,
just monster.
Right. All these people are alive too. All these people are still making music, which means that this can happen because, man, I mean, anything can happen, and any of your dreams can happen as long as you keep churning away, keep working at it. So, man, hopefully all of this comes into fruition for you, man.
Thanks.
So, all right, man. Well, I want you to imagine that you just woke up again, but this time you're on a whole new planet, and all you have is $1,000 and the knowledge that you've gained. How are you going to restart your music career in the next week? Oh, and on this planet, it's identical to Earth. So there's everything that's on Earth. You just don't know anybody. You have no contacts. You have nothing except for $1,000 and your knowledge.
Man, in my head, I'm just like, man, I'm gonna do a beat, but how am I gonna do the beat tape if I don't got no equipment? So I gotta buy equipment.
Right.
Wow. This is a tough one. If you woke up tomorrow, wow. First thing I'll do is I'll buy the cheapest laptop I could find, maybe a $300 laptop.
Nice. Mm-hmm.
I would get FL Studios.
Taking it back to your roots.
The demo.
Okay.
Because I need to save money.
Right.
So I get the demo. Because knowing what I know now, I could create some, just like you said, with the knowledge I know now,
right,
I could create some crazy stuff on a demo.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. I would make the craziest 8 to 9 track beat tape ever. Right? And then I'll use all the rest of the money for promotion, for ads, and push the heck out of that. I want the world to see it. And that's how I'm going to jump start it.
That's what's up, man. I love that answer, man. You're taking it back to your roots. I mean, you're familiar with FL Studio. Grab the cheapest laptop, and then you said from there, you'll spend the rest of the money on promotion, man. Not a lot of people say that. A lot of people just blow all their money on the equipment, but I mean, you got to have a way for people to listen to your beats. So I love that. I love that answer right there, man. And the only reason why I asked this crazy question, I know, is way out there, but there's some people that want to be producers that are starting with $1,000 or less, and they want to know how to jumpstart their career. How can they get out there? And so maybe this answer probably helped them out, man. So thank you for that.
No problem.
All right, man. Well, when it's all said and done, man, and you got to wrap this music thing up, which I don't see anytime soon because you're building momentum like crazy. But I want to know, man, what do you want your legacy to be when it's all over with? And what is legacy to you?
Legacy to me, that's whatever. I mean, I feel like you don't even make your legacy, and this is something that Ninth Wonder said that I completely agree with.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that you make your legacy. Like other people would define that legacy. You know what I mean? Based on what you did. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So
it's not up to you to write.
Yeah,
write
other
story.
people would say, "Oh, this person is a legend." That's
Mm-hmm.
So as long as you're working hard and you breaking boundaries,
Right.
And you leaving something behind,
Nice.
I feel like people would automatically be like, "You're a legend."
Well, that's what's up, man. Pushing legendary status, man. Like you said, keep your head down and keep working. That's the formula, man. And so that's what's up, man. All right. Well, I want to know what's the greatest piece of advice that you've received, and what advice would you have for all the beat grinders, all the producers listening today?
Greatest advice that I received: don't give up on your passions, on your dreams. Don't give up on those things. That is the reason why I joined the military, because mentally I was giving up on music. And I almost completely gave up when I almost broke my leg and I was out for 6 months, and I came back and I couldn't get a beat done. So never give up. That's the advice that I gained. Never give up on your passions and your dreams.
Okay.
What I would tell producers: first, don't make excuses for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to find excuses. I don't got no energy. Oh, I'm tired. Don't fall into those excuses. You know what I mean? Put in the work, get what you need done, push yourself to get up and do the things you need to do to get where you need to go. And also, dreams are not dreams no more. Dreams are real. All you got to do is put the work in to put the pieces together to make those things, come to fruition.
Wow.
So put that work in.
That's what's up, man. I love that. Wow, man. I love that part. Dreams, dreams are real, man. I mean, if for the dreamers, man, I mean, we all have dreams, but if you keep dreaming, you're going to be asleep for your whole life.
Yeah.
So you have to wake up and put some action behind it. So I'm definitely loving that, man.
Believe in it.
Yep, believe in it for sure, man. That's what's up, man. Well, thank you for that advice, man. I mean, we're ending the interview here, man, and you left it off on a good point, man. And you killed this interview, man. You you gave us some added inspiration for the week, man, and we got to hear your story, man. So thank you very much.
No problem, man.
All right, man. And this is called Beats, Grind, and Life. And we talked about beats a lot, man, and we talked about grind a lot. And we also talked about life. And while we're on the subject of life, I just want to congratulate you on your marriage, man. And I know that's that you're just getting married, man, and you got that ring on. So I want to say congratulations to you, man.
Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate you.
For sure, man.
Appreciate you, man.
All right, man. Well, if you have any more words for the listeners, man, I want you to let them know how to contact you if you want to be contacted, what they should be looking out for, what they need to be listening to. Just, let them know whatever you want.
Hey, what's up, listeners? Hit me up on Instagram, Twitter at grandbk_808. Check out my SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/grandbk. Check out The Rebel. It's everywhere. The Rebel beat tape. Also, stay tuned. I got a second beat tape. The title is Play That Heat. It's a 6-track, nutty, monster, gritty. Yeah, it's everything. It's coming out soon. Probably the end of August, early September. Stay tuned for that.
Okay. Well, man, you guys know how Bounce Gvng get down, man. They release beat tapes like crazy, especially here in 2019. So, man, we'll definitely be looking out for that beat tape. Thank you again for coming on the show. Really appreciate you, Gran.
No problem, man.
And Beat Grinders, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for listening to another episode of Beats, Grind, and Life. If you found this show of any value, please share it on Instagram, on your Insta stories. Tag us. tag Grant, let him know how much value he gave to you guys, because I'm sure that he gave you guys some inspiration, some motivation. And you guys know how it goes. You've been mentored by another great producer. You've been mentored by Grand. So you guys continue making beats, stay on your grind, and live life. All right, peace, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Here at Beats Grind and Life, we want to thank you for listening to another episode. We want to know, what were your biggest takeaways from this interview? Just go to beatsgrindandlife.com and leave a comment on this episode's show notes page. Also, while you are there, go subscribe to the podcast on iTunes. Just click the little button that says subscribe. If you could, please leave a rating and review. Rating and reviews are the best way to show your appreciation, because it helps more people find out about the podcast. So until next week's episode, keep grinding.